Hello everybody, it's Everaltival4 for the weekly update. A few things this week today. First of all, last week had videos and we did have a Wednesday stream. Got Final Fantasy VII, we got Trails in the Sky. Both games are getting very close to finishing. Final Fantasy VII, I feel, has maybe a week or two left. We'll see. It's either going to end this week or next week, probably. Or at least the story is, and then I'll work on bonus content to try to get like the platinum and all that, which will take longer and be spaced out. The streams last week, Animal Crossing, and instead of Xenoblade, I did a combination stream. I wanted to try something out. My little brother was playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I was drawing, and they were both on the same screen. So I think it went pretty well. A bunch of people showed up, and you had both things to keep people occupied. It kept the commentary from running out. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So I might try that again, not this week, but I might try that again when I have other art that I need to draw and stream time is happening. As for this week's schedule, it's going to be a little bit different. This week, Wednesday night into Thursday, is a day on the Jewish calendar called Tisha B'Av, the 9th day of the month, the Hebrew month of Av. It's like a day of national Jewish mourning, essentially. It's the day where we kind of remember all the horrible things that happened, and it's like somehow a whole load of things, bad things, happened to the Jews on that one day throughout history, and it's just it's not a day for, it's not a time for streams, it's not a time for videos, it's a time, it's not a time to ask for forgiveness like during the high holidays. It's just a time to say, wow, a lot of bad things happen, and just kind of reflect on how we got there. So as such, I'm not going to be doing streams or videos Wednesday night or Thursday. Wednesday obviously is usually a stream day. I probably won't be doing stream on Monday to make up for it. I'll probably just do Tuesday if I stream this week. I don't know if it will be an Animal Crossing stream. It might be a Xenoblade stream instead, since we've been missing those. Thursday's videos. Thursday's usually a Trails video and Final Fantasy VII, so that's all going to be moved around this week. Namely, Trails in the Sky, instead of uploading Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday on Much Games, is going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And Final Fantasy VII is going to be moved, instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And so Saturday during the 6 p.m., like at 6 p.m. on Saturday, is going to be what would have been Fridays, and etc. So everything is just going to be moved out so that I don't have to worry about uploading videos Wednesday night or Thursday. It's also a fast day, so like starting sundown on Wednesday night until sundown on Thursday night, I'm not going to be eating or drinking, so like I'm not going to have the energy to do any of that anyway. So please bear with me. Thank you for understanding. Let's see. So outside of that, this week, first of all, you see I have things on my hands. I bought a pair of compression gloves. What compression gloves are is that they're just like little braces for your hands. Usually you have like an elbow brace or a wrist brace, so these are specifically for your hands. It compresses them. It's for people with arthritis or who have like, strains in their hands, or, the playing sports and overworking themselves or whatever. It's to lessen hand pain. And I get a lot of hand pain from three main factors. One, the weather. if it starts raining, I crack my knuckles a lot when it's like this because it makes my fingers whatever. When it's raining or like in a thunderstormy type of weather pattern, my hands hurt like there's no tomorrow. My whole body hurts. My hands, it localizes there a lot. When I draw, it's drawing too much, my hands cramp up and I kind of overdo it sometimes and they hurt for a while. And also anxiety. When I'm anxious, either when I have to do some drawings and I'm like, oh god, I'm running out of time for the month or whatever, whenever I get anxious about anything, my anxiety manifests in like difficulty breathing and hand pain, which is really annoying because like difficulty breathing is something you can control and like take anxiety medication for, but the hand pain doesn't go away when you take like a Xanax or something. And I hate that my anxiety manifests as physical pain, but that's just how life works. So all of these factors are, stop me from being able to draw, being able to play video games. You use your hands for a lot of stuff when you're an internet person. So, so I got these at the beginning of the week. I've been wearing them, many hours a day while I'm playing video games or while I'm drawing. And it has helped immensely. My hands, I did a whole load of drawing this week. My hands didn't get hurt. So I'm very happy that they're working. Also, they look really cool. It's kind of hard to see against the black background, but, I look like a fighter. I don't care how they look as long as they work. But the company is Copper Compression. Hands on the power of copper! It's a Kathy Mitchell thing. Copper Compression. Because apparently copper ions or something have some property with helping with arthritis, but it's like woven into I don't know what the science is. I just got it because it's a compression glove and it helps out with that. So, so that's just been very nice. The unfortunate thing is since my hands didn't hurt as much and I was able to do more art, there's another thing that happens if I do too much art, and that's my back. Sitting in various positions trying to draw. Because I don't have like a tablet stand and my desk is lower, so I'm usually leaning forward and trying to look at the computer screen and drawing, and it's really bad. It's a really bad position on my lower back, and my lower back has lots of problems, as we all know, or if we don't know. I had surgery several years ago to get part of my spine removed. So aside from the fact that they had to fuse a bunch of it together so it doesn't move as much, there's also rods and screws in there that aren't entirely set. So, and even if they were, it's still pain because there are things in there that shouldn't be in there, but that need to be in there. My back is just, it's, at a moment's notice, I can hurt it, and it just hurts for days, which happened last week. And I heard it at the exact same time that a thunderstorm came in. So all Friday, I was just in bed, not moving. Like I couldn't move. Everything hurt, especially my back. But I was just like, so that was fun. So I overdid it with my back. And being a tall person, like chairs don't fit you, desks are too short, so you're always leaning forward or like, leaning out of the chair or whatever, because my legs are too long for the chair. So like the seat of the chair, my legs are all the way off of it. But because the chair is short compared to my legs, it's at a bad angle, so my knees are always at a weird angle, which makes me slouch or something. Like the chair here, as you can see, I keep leaning back in it, which I don't necessarily want to do, but my chair has two positions. It has like free and the lock here, which keeps it upright like that, which is just not comfortable because it's too short for my legs. So it makes me lean forward, or I have to put my legs out, but my PC is where my legs are, and I would just slide out of my chair otherwise anyway, so I need to unlock it and lean all the way back, and then that's worse for my back, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, being tall isn't fun because the world doesn't know what to do with tall people. That's just a fact. And being tall and left-handed is just a curse that I wish on nobody. Yeah, so like chairs are too short, desks are too short, beds are too short, tables are too short. Everything makes you slouch over, and normally that just makes your back hurt. But when you have a problem with your back on top of that, like where you're half, a good chunk of your back is just missing or fused together, it just becomes a very bad time. So yay. Hooray for permanent disabilities. Yay. Anyway, let's get to talking about other things. So so that was interesting. But I did get art done this week, and that was the important thing. So let's see. Last Sunday, Pokemon Community Day for Ghastly, I got a whole load of shinies, so that was cool. There was a Pokemon Direct Mini, a Nintendo Direct Mini that everyone got upset about. In other news, the sky, the sun rises in the east and the sky is blue. So let's see. I'm gonna just keep saying it. Nintendo Direct announced. It was very short, and people were upset because I'm not even gonna go into it. We're not talking about why people are upset. I don't care. I've stopped caring. It's stupid. People like to be angry for the purpose of being angry, and if they want to make themselves angry, I cannot stop them. It's a mindset that they have to deal with, not me. Cadence of Hyrule is getting DLC. New characters, new songs, a Skull Kid story set. It all looks really cool. A whole load of new songs. It's the third 9 songs. Family Jewels is continuing to be one of the composers for the music, so really cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I loved Cadence of Hyrule. They announced a whole bunch of stuff nobody cares about, and then Shin Megami Tensei 3 is getting a remaster, which came out of nowhere, and that was really cool. And all my Shin Megami Tensei friends were super excited because I don't know, they just nobody remakes the SMT games. It's all Persona these days, and I not that I've played anything in the Shin Megami Tensei series aside from Persona 4 and 5, but I know that Persona gets all of the attention, and nobody, all the people are like, but the main games are good. They're all sad all the time, so I'm happy for them. Also, they talked about Shin Megami Tensei 5 actually existing, and that's coming out next year, so hooray. I'm just sad because this remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3 means that it's the official death of the featuring Dante from Devil May Cry meme. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, everyone knows the featuring Dante from Devil May Cry, but did you know that it was from Shin Megami Tensei 3? Because he was included as an extra, thing there. So yeah, the more you know. So you should be thankful. You should be thankful that Shin Megami Tensei is where it is today and it's getting its remaster, because without it, we wouldn't have had the featuring Dante from Devil May Cry meme. You should be grateful to all of them. So let's see. In terms of art, I finished up all of the Patreon pieces for this month this week. I did 3. So one of them, first one from this week, was Deepsea Taiko. So he's got his helmet, he's got a treasure chest, he's tired but happy. And so that was nice. Let's see. Luca Jin's been doing a whole ton of artwork this week, and that's awesome. I mean, I'm sorry that the impetus for her doing art is being stuck in bed because post-surgery stuff and not working on Let's Plays, but as an artist and a friend, I'm very happy to see her doing more art because she is heckin' good. whole heck of a lot better than I am, that's for sure. It's not a competition. Always remember that, it's not a competition. Otherwise, I'm going to get really depressed. Junibug has been streaming Danganronpa 2. This is mild spoilers for Chapter 2, but there's a game in it where it has, like, people, like a game in Danganronpa 2 that you play, and it has characters, but they don't have names. They're just like Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, and Girl E. And at one point, there's also Guy F. So Guy F, we decided in chat, was actually Guy Fieri. Guy F was also Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu, who's one of the characters in the Danganronpa game. So I drew cursed fan art of Fuyuhiko as Guy Fieri. So he's Guy F officially now. But yeah, so I thought that was funny. She thought it was funny too, so ha. Let's see. Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 is officially entered full development, so hooray. Let's see. Doing some reference practice. I'm not going to show it here because it's slightly less safe for work, but it's on my Adobe Roth art thing if you haven't seen it, so you can just go there. Let's see. Alright, Luke also did a drawing of Tenko from Danganronpa 3, so that was really cool. She's just very good. I follow some really good artist friends, and I'm very happy when they do art when they don't normally do art. Like when they're busy, you know. Yeah, I've been having problems with my streams crashing, and I thought it was because of like a security thing I have for my Wi-Fi router, but stream still crashed on Wednesday, so when I had it turned off. So I'm not sure. I think it's just because like this has been happening since we got the new Wi-Fi router. And I think the new Wi-Fi router is stronger, but it just like sometimes it just cuts out for no particular reason. And my Ethernet cable is plugged into it because I can't plug it straight into the modem. So it is what it is. It's not like I'm a professional streamer anyway. Baseball started up again, so that was really cool. The Yankees game got rained out, but I still got to watch a good chunk of it, and it felt good. The stands were all empty because there was no one in the park except for the players, but it still felt good. Let's see. So I did, for part of the Wednesday stream, I drew another Patreon piece, which was Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, which I think came out really nicely. I'm kind of mixed on the shirt, but the important thing is the face. I just really, 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 really like how the face came out. And the hair, specifically the hair in the face. So that was really nice. Also, as a present, Secret Fairy Huli mailed me a copy of the book for Howl's Moving Castle, so thank you. It's a good book. It's a good book. So let's see. Then there was a Xbox, presentation direct thingy, which I didn't really write down anything, but there was a Tetris Effect Connected, which is like an enhanced version of Tetris Effect that lets you do like co-op, which looked really cool. Fable, other things, I don't know, for some reason the tweet I have here, Balan Wonderland, that's what it was. Yeah, it looked really cool. It was made by the Knights people. So there's a bunch of interesting stuff, but you know, I was just kind of half paying attention. Um, mm, all right, tell me why looked interesting. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Everybody made that joke. The game is called Tell Me Why, and just entire Twitter just just yelling, ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. It was great. Of course, eBay is still a better song. Sorry. I am the guy who is liable to snipe you with 2 seconds left to go. Whoa. Got PayPal or Visa. I'm looking through stuff. I'm stalling. Whatever will please ya, as long as you got the dough. I'll buy your tchotchkes. Anyway, next thing that I drew. So Luca Jin was drawing a whole bunch of nice stuff. So I asked her, like, hey, can you give me some tips? Because you're drawing like the kind of stuff that I want to do. Just nice poses with, like, you know, nice clothes, or like fashionable clothes as opposed to no clothes, or like a bikini, which is like all poses apparently on the internet. So she directed me to it's like a Korean fashion website, where, I mean, you just go to like some of these sites are just like really cool. It's like people, you know, it's selling clothes, but like, you know, the people model the clothes, so you just have pictures there. So what I did with that was I drew casual Samus. This is actually, fun fact, this is actually the first Samus picture that I've drawn that I actually think came out well. I have drawn other Samuses, and each one I think is not good. She just, I mean, obviously the casual is, you know, because her hair is down, aside from the clothing, like her hair is down as opposed to in the ponytail that she has. But, she, I don't know, just her face, her eyes are not anime, if that makes any sense. Like, she has more realistic eyes compared to other, like, Nintendo type characters. And it's usually hard to get that because her eyes, like, you know, have like a shadow around them, also like a little pointed at the back, but like it's hard to make them look good with the framing of her hair and all that. And, you know, her hair kind of goes like that, and she kind of looks like Adrian from the Phoenix Wright games. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway. Yeah, so you just have to, I have a lot of trouble with her eyes, is what I'm trying to say, and her mouth. So I thought that one came out very nicely. Let's see, there's a thing for Mercedes stream. I'm not going to give context to this. People were making highway puns. Let's just go for that. But there's Emil in jail over there, and Angry Missay. And the last thing that I did, which is the one that that broke the proverbial straw on the camel's back, I'm the camel, it broke my back, is working on Melia over here for the final Patreon piece of the month. I think this came out really nicely for flat colors. Once my back starts feeling a little better, I'm going to work on it on my own time to make it like more painted, but I have to remind myself that Patreon, my Patreon tiers, like the tier that I have for the colored, you know, for the non-sketch work, is for line work and flat colors and shading if I so desire. And some of the pieces, as you can see, I kind of go a little bit overboard with, which is fine if I have the time and energy, but like, I just have to keep in mind that that is not what I have to do, it's what I want to do with the piece. which is a big distinction in terms of expectations for the pieces, because $10 for doing like a painted piece were my $10 for the old people. I have one new patron with the new prices, which is $20, but the old price, the original price was $10, and people are grandfathered into that. So $10 for like a fully painted piece that I would charge normally as a commission $60 isn't fair to my time. And I'm not going to start charging those people extra, because they are grandfathered in from being early adopters. Like, that's the whole point. But I do have to remind myself that, like, what is expected isn't a full commission piece, because that's just how it is. So, not that I should do lesser quality work, but I just have to remember what exactly they're paying for as opposed to what I want to draw. There's a big difference. So again, like, if I want to make something more than a flat color piece, or I think it'll look better and I have the time and energy, I'll do that. But that's not what I need to do. So there's a distinction that has to stay there in my mind, and I have to remind myself, because otherwise I'm like, oh no, this is too big of a project, I'm getting in over my head. And that's not good, because that leads to stress and non-productivity and depression. So, yeah. So, I think that Melia came out nicely, though, and I am going to work on it on my own time, but that's going to be on my own time. Speaking of commissions, I'm actually going to be updating my commission sheet today. And I'm going to put that on my art account, and I'll link it onto my regular one too. But essentially for commissions in general, they're not always open, but I don't announce when they're open. Commissions, the order of operations is for the month, priority goes to Patreon work and then commissions. So like I usually take commissions like the last week of a month / first week of the next month. And when people ask me, like, I did a whole bunch over the past month and a half. I did a bunch of things for various people. And they're usually like, hey, are you taking commissions now? And, I look at my workload. I'm like, ask me in, 2 weeks or something, and I'll be done. And most of them actually came back after a couple weeks to look at it. So, but yeah, so I'm done with Patreon for the month, which means commissions are technically open. So I don't like announcing it because nobody asks me anyway. But I'm not one of those in-demand artists, and that's okay because I have other things to do with my time. But I don't have a style that people want to commission or imagination. That's a big problem. Is that if I don't have a good reference or several good references, like all the pieces I showed you today, all had really good references. Like, not that I copied directly, but like, a pose plus a character that I could get the ideas for shading and stuff, or coloring or whatever. So like I can't draw anything without a reference, which is really tough because I have an OC, like an original character, Clara Valfreya, and I want to draw her a lot, but I can't because there are no references to her because I created her. So every time I try to draw her, it looks terrible. And I guess that's, I have to refine it or like figure out what to do, but like every time I draw her, except for like 3 times, she's had something big wrong with her, and I hate it because I have a vision in my head of what she should look like, which is more or less what like some of the pieces look like, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good when I try to make it. So yeah. Yeah, some people are able to use references but also do a style, and that's cool. But I don't have a style, so that's so I don't think that people in the Patreon are like, hey, draw this character, and I more or less try to try to do the style of whatever game that character is from. But some people are like, hey, draw this character, and a person could be like, okay, so I'll draw this character and give it the looks that I do, the little touches. I don't think I have little touches, but oh well. So what I'm trying to say is I don't announce my commissions because I don't know, they're better people to commission. And that's about it. So yeah. But I will put up the commission sheet because of having a certain amount of Patreon pieces. I have moved around some of the prices on the commission sheet, and I just made a few things more clear, like emotes and stuff like that, because I have gotten a couple of emote commissions over the past few months. So on the old sheet, it kind of made it look like it was 20 for a set as opposed to 20 each, and whatever. So yes, that's gonna go up on Twitter today, and there are a couple of people that asked me already that wanted to do something, so I'm gonna talk to them. But I should be able to take on more than 2 commissions right now, because I have a couple of weeks before I get started on the next batch of Patreon stuff. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, though, and just listening and everything. It's still a weird time, and just remember this week's video upload schedule is going to be different because of Wednesday night and Thursday. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging in there, for being awesome, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Bye bye.